How's everyone doing out there? Round of applause for these kids. Come on. Well, we're all setting up for our last song. I want to remind you that we are going to announce the 3 best songs out of the show to send to the Best of Chatham show in TNET, at the Mexicali Live on June 1st, so stay tuned. Another round of applause for Mr. John Berganti, who did such an awesome job directing.
become so difficult to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go really quickly, and I'm going to recognize everybody who did something important. Okay? Andrew Baker, this is his first show, and I think he did a fantastic job. Brendan Earl, this is not his first show, and he did a fantastic job. I want to give a shout out to all my drummers, Brendan, Andrew, and Chris Cummins, because this show is a pretty tough show drum-wise, so good job, guys. I'm going to give a round of applause to all my soloists. Anybody who took a solo, whether it was improvisational or if it was, you know, a written solo. Solos take a lot of time to, you know, work out and make them sound great. So all of my soloists were David Greenberg, Doug Whitty, Justin Hovey, Max Bodner, Teddy Cole, Ben Overzak, David Willett, Luke Rollet, Sam Fishbein. I think that's it. Spencer, you take one? No. All right, I'd also like to recognize all of the students that sang some vocal harmony. Because this was a tough show. There was a lot of vocal harmonies. Thanks to Carl Hovey for all of your hard work to make sure we got those vocal harmonies. And I think we did the best we could to get those vocal harmonies represented. So I wanted to recognize all my vocal harmony students that sang. Doug Whitty, Justin Hovey, Laura Coates, Teddy Cole, Ben Overzak, Chris Cummins, David Willett, Kevin Tierney, Sam Fishbein, and Spencer Winnell. All those guys sang excellent vocal harmonies, really good. Okay, let me go down. Let's see. I'd like to recognize Max Bodner because he actually played the most instruments in the show with 8. I'd also like to recognize him because other than being a very dedicated and he has an excellent work ethic as far as putting the time in, but he also went to the trouble of learning the bass clarinet for a song that we didn't actually get to do, mainly because of the overall difficulty and the time constraints we had. So I'd like to recognize Max for learning the bass clarinet and Sean for learning Barry sax for Babylon Sisters. Sorry we couldn't play it. It was a great song. Big fan. Personal big fan. I know Carl will disagree, but I'm a personal big fan of Gaucho, those 2 tunes, and it's a shame we couldn't pull it off. Okay, I'd also like to recognize my roadies, Spencer, Chris, and Sam. Thank you for helping us with gear. That's huge, okay? Very, very huge. And so you get to be like really big rock stars, you're gonna have to be roadies if you want to rock, so getting a good leg up on that one, thanks. I'd like to recognize some students that, especially, I like to do this especially with my all-star street team students. Sometimes I'm like, how can I challenge them some more? They're so good, so how can I bring them outside of their comfort zone a little bit? So I had a few students that maybe haven't done this before. I had them sing and play an instrument at the same time. So I'd like to recognize Ben Overzak, Sam Fishbein, and Teddy Cole. All 3 of those guys played an instrument and sang at the same time. That's one of these. Right? Good job, guys. And I'd like to recognize Sam and Sam, Laura, Doug, and Spencer, and Teddy, and you know all my vocalists, anybody who sang lead vocals, you guys did fantastic. Really awesome stuff. I was so impressed with all of my lead vocals. Teddy, Laura, Sam, Spencer, who else? Did I miss anybody? Doug, great job. Who else? Did I forget anybody? Doug? I got Doug. Doug, awesome Doug. Okay, one more thing. Oh, thank you, David Willett, for bringing your pedals. Awesome, I like that. Thank you, Ben, for bringing in your talk box. I've been talking about this July 23rd event with Skerritt. I'm super excited about it, guys. Please, Mark your calendars. Make sure that you're there. It's going to be so awesome. Scarrick is excited to come. He's shipping his stuff to my house. I got to like find a special place for his gear. He's got tons of really cool, crazy pedals. It like transports you to another dimension. It's going to be awesome. You got to be there. June 1st is Best Of. So we got July 23rd, but before that is June 1st, Best Of. Please mark your calendars because we're about to announce the Best Of. Okay? You ready for the Best Of? Before we do the Best Of, I also want to mention that, speaking of Teddy and Ben, they have an album they just released on Friday on iTunes. It's called Glass Cow. That's the name of their band. Check it out. Glass Cow. Not Black Cow, not Black Cow, not Black Friday, Glass Cow. Check it out on iTunes, okay? Good stuff. I actually just listened to it. It's pretty good.
One more time from Mr. John Brigante.
Thank you.
All right, so as John mentioned, we have to choose our 3 songs that will go to the Best of Show. Now, we were told of a couple absences that are going to happen that day, so those songs with those students have to be included from the choices. So I actually had my notes, and I had like 8 I had to narrow it down to that really kind of shown.
It was tough. It was tough. So let's... Okay, drum roll, please.
Okay. No, I had, like I said, I had 8, but I had to narrow it down to 3, and to take into consideration those students that are going to be absent on June 1st. First one, Josie.
Josie. Good job.
Second one, Peg.
Okay.
And again, I want to thank every one of these students did an awesome job, and if I could have chosen 10 songs to go, I would have. I had them marked down, you could even see in my notes, but had to narrow it down. Last one will be Home at Last.
All right.
See you June 1st. Thanks, guys. Cool. One more time for these students and Mr. John Brigante.
Excellent job, guys. Thank you.